is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Claremont. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. It's all green. Sherwin-Williams green paint, let me tell you, they're making some money. Dow Industrials up 131, trading at 23,295. NASDAQ up 26, 66.31. S&P's up 11, 25.71. Gold contract down 950, trading at 12.80 an ounce. You have platinum flat at 9.24 an ounce. Silver down 23 cents, $17, 2 cents an ounce. Copper, flat at $3.16 a pound. Light sweet crude, up 18 cents, $51.47 a barrel. Notes, the 10-year note down 14 ticks, 124.26. 30-year bond up a full point, plus 10 ticks, 152.07. King dollar's up 465 ticks, trading at 93.585. The euro is at 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here trading at 113.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, you're at 256.96. You've done 53 million shares. We put this on a weekly. Bottom line, you get higher highs. Yeah, and the volume's been dying. It's been dying on the vine for a while. But last week we had 228 million at this level. This week we get 226. The prior week you had 325. The prior week you had 322. 2 weeks before that you had 378. Bottom line, you're at higher highs. We go look at the NDX 100, the 3 Qs. Inside the 3 Qs, what you have right now that also is just about at all-time highs. We're at 148.81. We put this on a weekly. What you have is that on a weekly basis, we've done 96 million shares thus far. That's getting over the high, which we've done 130. Bottom line, you're at a high. Dow Industrials. Let's go take a look inside the Dow Industrials and see what the strength is out here today inside the Dow. Dow Industrials putting points into the Dow out here. You have Goldman Sachs putting 32 positive points, Boeing putting 30, United Health 30, 3M 11, JP Morgan 10. Taken away from it, Procter & Gamble's the only real negative. That's taken 26 negative points away from it. And you can see these high-flying stocks, folks. They don't have to be up much to put monster points into it. You have Goldman up $4.73. That is the leader out here with the $200 stock because you do have a price-weighted index. Bottom line, they're at highs. NDX 100. What do we have inside the NDX 100? Strength versus the weakness out here. The strength inside the NDX 100 today is PayPal. That's up 5.1%, or $3.44, trading $70.69. Maximum Integrated is up 3.5% rather, up 178. You got Liberty up 3.2%. are 69 cents, and you have Intuitive Surgical up 3% or $11. Taken away from it, the big losers out here today are inside the biotech. You have Celgene down 10.5% or $14. Regeneron's off 2.6% or $11. C-Trip is down 2.5, $1.20, and you get Starbucks down 1.8 at 54.45 rather. Let's take a look at Starbucks. When's Starbucks coming out with their numbers here? So Starbucks is coming out with their numbers on November 2nd. And, this has been on a tear, and then it just basically, it turned in June. June is $64. Now you have 54. This consolidation has been out here for quite some time. We've been in a consolidation inside Starbucks since June of 2012. Now, the low of that consolidation is 52. The high is 64. Bring this back a bit. The one-way trip, there's no doubt. 2008, this is a $3 stock. $3.50 goes all the way up to 64. Be interesting to see how it's going to handle the bottom of this consolidation out here. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, and let's see what kind of a market we're going to have. So on the indices, you're at 484 on the NYSE, so that's going to come in about 650, 670. On the NASDAQ composite, you're at 1.2, so bottom line, that'll come in about 1.7. We take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market. What we have is that your Bank of America, the financials are running. With these notes down on price, up on yield, they're running. You have Bank of America up 57 cents, PayPal's up 345, Citigroup's up 79, you have Intel up 23, Freeport McMoran is up 19, you get JP Morgan up $1.54. Let's go over to JP Morgan, JPM. So JP Morgan's taking out its swings, and you get some volume behind this move. Yeah, bottom line, you do have volume behind this move. Let me pull this up on a weekly. So on a weekly, 60 million, well, it's not there on the weekly, but you're busting away from this consolidation. The top of the consolidation that this has been in is 94.51. Right now, you're at 99.68. Let's go take a look at Bank of America. I believe Bank of America also gapped higher. Citigroup gapped higher. Bank of America up 57 cents, 27.15. And that's over its consolidation. Let's go to our man Sam in Philly. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
It's beautiful today, around 75 here in Northeast.
Oh, that is heaven, man. That's amazing.
And tomorrow's going to be 80.
Yeah, and your Johnson & Johnson has been taking off like a rocket ship.
That's the question, man. I got out around 139.5, but now It's forming new high.
Yep. So let's take a look at it. So you get Johnson & Johnson. The low is 109. The high is 143. That's a high today. Just stay right there, Sam. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back and bisect and dissect Johnson & Johnson. Dow Industrials right now, folks, are up 135. Nasdaq's up 27. S&Ps are up 11.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go to our man Sam in Philly. We're talking Johnson & Johnson. So what we have here, Sam, is that you get an ABC up on a weekly basis. You know, this broke with volume. You know, so your 8-point on this is 120, which was the swing low of the 21st of April. Mm-hmm. Your B is up there at the week of June 23rd, 137. And your C is the 129.05, which is the September 29th week. That gives you a price projection, A to B equals C to D, at 145.
Perfect, Tom. Thank you very much.
You're at 142. Man, you've been riding this thing a long time. Now, do you work for Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, I got in around 128, and then I got out around 139.5.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Well, can I ask you one more question, Tom?
Sure.
Are Bitcoin legal?
Well, Bitcoin's legal, yeah. I mean, it's definitely not illegal.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's legal. And guess what, folks? Today it hit 5,998.8096. That's what I have in Bloomberg. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too. Thank you.
And, you know, with Bitcoin, folks, okay, when this broke topside, now, we're talking about, I don't have the volumes on this, but just as a price projection, this is, Bitcoin is, I believe it was saying 7,000. Let me see this again. So we did, it's 2,000, 1,800, 28, 30, 3,000. Yeah, 1 second. Sorry about this. 2152. It's 2,500. So that gets you 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So Bitcoin, you know, just on a basis of if you're actually doing just a projection without volume, you're talking almost $7,000. That's where it's saying it wants to go. Pretty amazing. There's, you know, and if we do bring this back, I bring this back for the first week of January. Bitcoin was at 800. It closed at $952 in the last week of December. That's pretty amazing. It's about as amazing as you can get. There's no doubt about that. Let's go take a look. Let's go over to the gold market. Okay, so you get a Friday. We know Fridays bottom line can be heaven or hell. Today in the gold market, we're down 930. You've traded 300,000 contracts. I believe we're going into 374 though. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, we're going into 374. So that's not great, but it's not bad. Yesterday, what we did is this. Yesterday, you did 356,000. You had a low of 1277. Today, you did 300. We get a low of 1279. What you're going into is the 1279.20. You're going into the highs of the lows of the 6th. Now we need a rejection of price. That's how that shakes out. Let me go take a look at some of these gold stocks for a second and see what they're doing, because the equities themselves can give you an idea also. So Royal Gold, that's not bad. So Royal Gold's back 78 cents. You go 262,000 versus 400. That's a good setup. Gold, Rheingold Resources. Rheingold is back with 186,000 versus 469. That's a good setup. Okay, I like that. I like that for sure. FNV, Franco-Nevada. Franco-Nevada is actually up. Yeah, so that's not bad. Meaning inside that market. Let me go take a look at the silver market for a second. Silver had caught a really nice bid yesterday. Silver right now is trading down 1.2%. We've done 95,000 contracts. It's like a little pair of railroad tracks. But so yesterday we, yeah, this is all right. Yesterday we do 100,000. You're pushing into 1731. Today to do 95,000, pushing into the same area. It's not bad. Notes. Now let's get into notes. Notes and bonds, folks. This is going to be the big one. TYZ7. So you have the note market down hard. 1.5 million contracts. So we are at, let's see, you got 35 minutes. Well, I suspect you're going to end up getting, you're going into 1.8, but you're going to get, we're probably going to get 1.6. We might get 1.7. So that has volume going into it. The cool thing here is this, is that when you're going into a swing point, whether it's a high or a low, in this case, we're going into a low swing point, that does have high volume, and you look and say, okay, is that going to hold? When the volume comes out before the swing, which it's doing right now, your probability is pretty good that as you get into the swing, it'll more than likely Monday, it'll spike this swing. Most times when you see that, though, as it gets under the swing, it won't have the volume, and then you'll also reject price. So I suspect Monday, this looks like it would get some follow-through. Let's go into meaning to the bottom of that swing area, particularly when you're so close. If we take a look at the 30-year, 30-year is set up the same way. We are going into 338,000. The difference in the 30-year is that that's come off its low a little. The 30-year traded down at 151.25. You're at 152.06. Volume-wise, however, here you go. We've done 330 versus 338. So the way that's setting up, you'll be back down here. That'll test it once again. Let's go take a look at the TLT, which is the 20-year ETF bond fund, and take a look at how that's trading. So that's down $1.24. You're at 124.07. You're coming into it with 9.4 versus 10.3. So you have lighter volume, but you can see that's a lot. So this is going to be a big area, because this area we've been in since May of 2017. And let's go take a look at this again. We're going to do the continuous contract, because what has happened each and every time that we come down into these levels, you want to look at and say, okay, we haven't broken a major swing point since 2000. And I just want to see what the swing point would be if, in fact, it gets broken this time. So you're dealing with 147.07. So that's quite a way down in order to break this swing point. The last time down, we got to 151.18. That was the week of the 31st of July. We'll see what you make it down there. You make it down there, then that would be the first time that you actually had a pullback since 2000, and you actually took out a major swing. And this is a real, the reason this is such a major swing too, folks, is that this is how we came off the high. We came off the high, we were at 177, and you went straight down within 6 months to 148.04. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's up 136. Nasdaq's up 24. S&Ps are up 11. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now up 136. You get the Nasdaq up 22. S&Ps are up 10.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Dave is our technology expert at TFNN. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 3 to 4, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Dave has a great show. He also has 2 great newsletters. He has the Path of Least Resistance. That's his daily newsletter. He has the Tech Insider, which is his weekly newsletter. You can come over to our website and test drive these right now. The way you do that, you go to TFNN, go to newsletters. If you would like to do the Path, just hit trading newsletters. If you want to do the investment one, hit investment newsletters and do the Tech Insider. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, it's time to. Here comes the judge. What was the guy that used to say that?
Yeah, I forget. That's a good saying, though.
It wasn't that laugh-in? Here comes the judge.
Oh, maybe
anyway,
it was.
Yeah, I think it was. Anyway, probably one of the bigger things you watch out there is long-term legal issues. And, of course, one of the ones we've been talking about for a couple of years now is whether or not U.S. laws apply to companies outside the U.S., and it's actually now going to go to the Supreme Court on whether or not the United States can force a U.S. company to give up data from a data server, in this case, in Ireland.
Okay.
And this has huge implications because if they could just do it at any time, would anybody in France want, their data stored anywhere other than France, in Ireland? And of course, so the question is, how far does the U.S., especially the security forces,
the law? How far does it go?
Yeah. Now,
so what is the case about, Dave? What are they trying to get? What company is it?
It is Microsoft.
Okay.
And the U.S. government is basically making the case that because they're a U.S. company, they can just give the U.S. office a subpoena, and they have to give up data from a subsidiary in Ireland for this email. And the question, almost all these already have reciprocal agreements from country to country.
Yes.
But a lot of times they're worried that maybe someone will tip somebody off. So they don't want the foreign countries to know that the long arm of the law is interested in emails, whether it's terrorism or anything else.
What they're looking for, sure, right.
So that's it. But I understand why the U.S. government would want it. I also think that if they ever passed it, the chances of having a U.S. corporation and cloud services companies with data like that, whether it was them just fishing for trade secrets or other things, I could see if I was in another country, that'd be kind of a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, if you look at a computer just as a file drawer, right? The bottom line is that, the U.S. attorney can't just subpoena you here for your file drawer that's in Ireland. I mean, the bottom line is that they can get it, but they still got to go through Ireland in order to get it.
Right. So that's kind of, this is going to be the big case and would severely cripple our cloud providers. This is going to be heard in March, and probably you're going to get a ruling in May of next year. So just something to think about. It is headed to the Supreme Court. They've agreed to hear it. Not a certain date, but most people think you're going to be heard the 1st of March and issued probably the first week or two of May. So this is probably the biggest. A lot of things like patents, they'll just fight over legal issues, but this one is kind of a non-starter.
It's amazing when you think about it. I mean, I can see the Justice Department just licking its chops, because what you do have, folks, is this. So picture that if you can, all you have to do is get Amazon, Google, and Microsoft in the cloud, you get the whole world.
You pretty much do now.
Yeah, because they own it right now, and Amazon is the big dog,
Now, Russia says that Microsoft can do business and other ones can do business, but all their data has to be stored in Russia. They won't allow anything. And China is kind of the same way. They won't allow Facebook in there unless they host all the data there, and they have somebody in there in the office to let them know if someone's fishing through the data. Yes. So there's a lot of that. I can understand if I was a country not hostile to the United States, that I still wouldn't want somebody else actually being able to control something in my country. So I can see both sides.
I don't know. Listen, if I was a prosecutor, I'd want it, and I'm not a prosecutor, so I don't want it. It's about freedom. It's the bottom line.
I always love cable news because it's always the guy that was the prosecutor always says, as a former prosecutor.
Right.
I hear that probably 20 times a week.
Yeah,
everybody was a former prosecutor at one time. Wanted to talk about Pixel 2, which is the new cell phone from Google.
Okay, cool.
The Pixel 1 was pretty good, but I have a feeling now that at least in Android phones, this one's pretty much close to the Samsung. It has an OLED component like the new high-end, or an OLED screen like the new Samsung product.
Okay.
Instead of maybe Apple and Samsung at the high end, I think you can now say Apple, Samsung, and this Pixel 2. Everybody loves the cameras, the quality, the battery life. Gets very, very high reviews out there. They've kind of come out kind of quietly in the background. They don't advertise a lot. They ran out of the Pixel 1 and even the predecessor before the Pixel. They seem to make a big run of these products, sell out of them, and then just wait till they get the next product before they actually push any out. So they don't have a lot sitting on the shelf. I don't know if that's part of their strategy or if they're just waiting to actually get more aggressive in the market. The reason why I wanted to pick them up is because of the Apple news earlier in the week when it tanked. And we've talked about margins as probably the biggest issue that faces Apple in the near future.
Yes.
And the news, of course, was that a lot of people were buying i7s instead of i8s. The i7 pretty much drops the margins from 10 to 20% lower on an i7 than an i8. And that's, I don't think, when everybody said, well, they're cutting the overall parts orders for the i8s, everybody kind of screamed, well, are they really selling less product? And the answer is probably not that much, but they certainly are selling them for less, and the margins are going to probably pull down. Overall, they've hovered between 60 and 70% margins. This might, for the first quarter, get them under that 61% margin, which has been kind of the low water mark over the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, just as you said, is this an issue that they're actually selling less phones too? I mean,
from what the carriers say, the answer is maybe a little bit less. But to me, Apple is trying to make their margins on those earbuds.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to bring up the Pixel 2. We'll talk about that.
Oh, I know. Yeah, listen, Tommy got a new 8. He got an 8, but then he paid $1.50 for the, when we were talking about it, he paid $1.50 for the
That's what we're going to
earbud.
talk about when we come back.
Cool. You stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 150, Nasdaq's up 23, S&Ps are up 11.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Hi, folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking technology. We're going to be talking Apple earbuds.
Well, not only that, but Google's Pixel 2 is the second phone not to have a earphone jack.
I see. Okay.
So I was going to say, it's only been Apple up to this point that's tried to push people into buying these cordless
accessories. Yeah.
Earbuds.
That's pretty cool, man. I get it. So they've always given, you buy a phone, you get earbuds with the phone. Now, all of a sudden, you buy a phone. If you want to, get that, you need an AirPod, right? Wow, that's pretty cool.
Now, the difference is Apple won't let anybody know about how to make earbuds for their phone, where Google's opening it up and saying, here's how to make Bluetooth, low-power Bluetooth earbuds for a phone. So you're going to be able to get third-party earbuds for the Pixel phone, but you won't be getting it for the Apple phone. So
that's typical Apple stuff, right? Closed door, right? Yeah.
Technically, in Silicon Valley, they call it the walled garden. You can't get in. I'm going to keep you all out. And historically, that has not worked very well. Apple's probably been Apple and Intel are the only companies that have been able to hold 60% margins on their products for more than 5 years at a time. Intel's done it for 30 years.
Wow.
Apple, at this point, the question is how many people are buying, to me, for Apple, is how many people are buying these earbuds. And because that's really going to be that.
I suspect it's going to be a lot because, Apple's famous for music, famous for videos, right? It's a designer phone. You know what I mean?
A lot of people balking, but where I was talking about it on the show this week, there is a company that goes through and knows, kind of like J.D. Powers. You always hear about them for cars. They know every car that was sold, where it sold, how much it sold for, and they give and sell that information to car manufacturers and dealers and everything else all across the country. Same kind of thing in the computer industry. They go to all the folks, but they're not going to find out whether or not people bought earbuds or not. They will find out, someone bought a phone and, they went to Verizon or T-Mobile or something like that. But a lot tougher unless they're right there in front of Apple to find out how many of these earbuds. So this is going to be kind of a bigger question going into their next earnings route. The only way that they have to sell these margins and keep these margins is if a lot of people buy those earphones. And then, of course, Google's going to be pushing that you can buy, maybe earbuds for $50 instead of, I don't know what Tommy spent.
$150.
$150. But again, a huge margin thing because I think they make them less than $40. So they probably, $40 to $150 is a pretty good margin.
Oh my God! Seriously, yeah.
And certainly would keep.
They're selling millions of them. We're talking millions of them, right? Yeah.
Right. It would keep Apple up maybe a quarter until they get that iPhone 10 back out, and we'll see what that happens on that. But the chart looks pretty horrible on Apple, But if there is one thing that will pull their fat out of the bacon, it would be those earbuds.
That's wild, man. Yep. Well, they're creative, man. There's no doubt about that.
So I want to talk a little bit about Bezos. Everybody thinks a lot about Amazon. Of course, he's got, just like the Tesla guy, he's got his fingers in a lot of pies. One of them, of course, is space. And this is going to be, I suspect 2018 is going to be the year of the IPO for space, both SpaceX and Bezos' Blue Origin, some other ones. He just fired off the big engines. Both of these guys are building lots and lots and lots of rockets. The price is coming down from about $10,000 per pound to orbit to about $2,500 per pound for orbit. They want to hit something around $1,000 per pound to orbit. So we're going to have a lot more satellites, I think, in space over the next 5 or 10 years. And of course, both these guys are fighting to send people to the moon and maybe later on to Mars. I mean, they've got a rocket now. It took us, I think, 20 trips with a shuttle to get the International Spaceship or the International Space Station up in orbit. This new rocket that they have within about 2 or 3 years would be able to send up the entire ISS in one shot. So they're building some big, massive things back to the days of the Apollo program.
And it looks like, that the general that's in charge of procuring the other day, I mean, he was flat out, he was testifying, saying, hey, listen, we're going after these reusable rockets. They work. That's the bottom line. So that's a big plus for both of them, right? Well, especially for Musk, because that's what he's doing, right?
Right. Of course, Bezos, no one knew how to build really big engines, and we'd forgot. And even the engines that are down at the Space Center down in and over on the west coast of Florida were ones that didn't actually ever work or fly. And then they destroyed all the information on how to build those giant engines, and no one really even knew how to do it. So they had to go out and dig them up off the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
I love that story. I know, man. That's a great story, man. It really is.
And in fact, we've forgotten so much of it that the new capsule that's supposed to go to the moon, they forgot how to build the heat shield on it. They had to go back and no one was alive. No one was there. They had to go back and redo all that technology from the 60s to get it working because they were so afraid the Russians were going to get it. They shredded everything. The people, of course, are now 40 years later, most of them are dead or can't figure out or remember what they did, 50 years ago. So a lot of the stuff is, if you leave it long enough, you forget it. But I think both of Blue Origin and SpaceX look like they're setting up to go public next year.
It's going to be wild, man. You know, the thing that's wild about that, too, folks, when you watch, like, whether all those, the movies like The Day After Tomorrow, these movies that, like, the world was imploding, on every one of those movies, what always seems to save us is something that was, like, in one of those labs, like 50 years ago. Hold it, we can do this, right? Because, right? It is. It's pretty cool, man.
Well, certainly in the movies it is. Everybody's forgotten that ancient technology.
Yeah. Morse code. Hey. Think about how many times Morse code saves us. Hey, and as we're talking here, folks, it's going to get interesting because the NDX 100, that's having a little problem holding price. Pretty wild. So since Dave's been on, the NDX just went from 61.19 and we're at 61.04. My God,
I was noticing NVIDIA. I noticed NVIDIA got to almost $200 and it's down to 169.50 or so right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm seeing a few of these high flyers start to roll, but we'll see on Monday and Tuesday. I think a lot of people know that it's pretty rare air up here for a lot of these semis.
Rare air, I like it. We need oxygen.
Thin air or rare, yeah.
Yeah, rare air. That's perfect, man. It's so
when we come
true,
back,
though.
We'll talk about CNN has got a license to fly drones over people.
Oh, good. I fly drones over people. I don't even have a license. What about you?
You better get a license.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
Oh, okay.
You stay right there. Dave and I come right back, folks. The Dow Industrials are up by 141. Nasdaq's up 22. S&Ps are up 10.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 145, Nasdaq up 19, S&P's up 10. We're talking about our man, Mr. Dave White. Where are we going, Dave?
Well, we're going to talk about drones. The thing
cool.
I guess I wanted to talk about is maybe the tipping point. The FAA has kind of kept a lot of drone use, especially commercial drone use, forbidden for now. And they gave CNN the ability to fly a drone over people for aerial footage of, anything that they're covering, at least in the United States here. So I'm thinking that at least regulatorily, they're finally getting out in front of this, and probably the tipping point for, I know that they made it illegal to use drones to take pictures of houses for real estate agents and a lot of other that stuff. I think we're going to see kind of this year those regulatory hurdles actually brought down. Last year you had to actually register to fly one.
So you can't use a drone to go take pictures of real estate and all that?
Not commercially. If I wanted to start a business and just do it,
yes.
I couldn't. If you want to do it as an individual, you can. But you can't hire out to do it.
I got it. Okay, good. Okay,
So
that works.
you can do it. You're fine, but
Yep.
I can't start a company that just goes around taking aerial pictures of everybody. And
Right.
that's one of the other things that they're really working on. But it seems like that they're now in the position of starting to give a lot of these things out. So I think we're probably at the tipping point where commercial drone use will actually start picking up. I think they wanted to see how well people registered their drones, so that
Man, people are going to start looking up at the sky again. We haven't been looking up at the sky for a while.
It certainly
Right?
is, but I think you're finally going to see that part of the business, other than just for fun, really start to pick up over the next 6 months or so.
Yeah. I've been looking at some of those drones. There's some cool looking drones, man. There's no
They are.
doubt. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks, Dave. Have a great weekend. Safe weekend. Hey, great. Have a safe one. Go get it.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.